Hi guys, James at RampantLionReviews again for you today. So for this video I wanted just to do a little bit of a channel update and let you guys know exactly what's going to be going on with the channel over the next few months. Obviously we're in June 2017 now, so we're getting to the point where the university year is ended, summer holidays are coming up and all this sort of thing. So I just want to let you know exactly what's going on. So over the next couple of days, maybe the next week or 2 weeks or something like that, you'll see the last two reviews that I'm filming in Sweden for the moment. So my plan for the next 2 semesters is to go to Durham University in England and get my teaching licence. There's a few reasons behind this. So if you've watched the channel before and seen the updates, you'll know I did 5 years of chemistry. I did my master's degree in chemistry in Aberdeen, finished that. Then I went to Sweden. I wanted to get a master's in physics as well. And I'm at the point now with my physics where I've done all the kind of catch-up stuff that I need to do, so really it's just kind of getting into the specialisations, which will be astrophysics, chemical astrophysics for me, but I've done all the kind of intensive stuff that I needed to catch up on, and I feel a little bit burnt out with it, to be honest. I think I just need to do something a little bit different and kind of in a way sort of rebuild motivation for it, just clear the head and then come back to it. The other angle of course to that is that my girlfriend Michiko is still based over in Japan. We hope to get her moved over to Sweden and get her over here. She can teach Japanese in the local schools, of course, apparently, which is on offer on the schools in Skåne, which is really cool. So there is that angle to it. If I work as a teacher in Sweden, I can sponsor her into the country and things like that. Of course, Sweden has given me 2 years of education too, so it's only right that I kind of pay some taxes and sort of return the favour to Sweden. And you know, mainly, I really enjoy it here. The people are great. I really like the language. It's a wonderful place to live. You know, Sweden to me is home now. Is more home than Scotland is these days. And the other angle, of course, is what's going on with Brexit. I may lose my residence rights in Sweden, so I want to do my teaching licence and come back before the actual withdrawal from Brexit. So there is that kind of angle to it as well. So I'm hoping to return to Sweden either in August 2018 or September. I just need to see whether I want to take a holiday or exactly when I would get a job offer or all of these sorts of things. But when I come back, I'll register and do my Swedish B2. I'm at sort of level Swedish B1 at the moment, but when I get B2, that allows me to teach in schools and stuff as far as I know. So probably what will happen is hopefully I can go and teach kind of part-time. Like in many countries, Sweden is desperate for physics and chemistry teachers, so hopefully I can do some teaching over here. And we'll see how that goes. I can sort of study part-time, study my astronomy stuff part-time, which will be really cool, and I can come back and continue with the Scandinavian beer stuff. So I'm looking forward to that. I think it's just the right time to go over and do this teaching licence in Durham, and of course there are kind of distinct advantages to doing it in an English-speaking country rather than training in Sweden. Of course, if you want to go to like the British Commonwealth, like Canada, New Zealand, Australia and stuff like that, there is a distinct advantage to doing this training in an English-speaking country. So that's the main reasoning behind that. But what's cool is you'll get to see some Cloudwater reviews, Northern Monk, and all of these sorts of things over the next little while. But I will be coming back to Sweden probably every 3 months or so for a visit, and I'll pick up some of the Swedish and Danish beers and keep doing those for you, so you can look forward to that as well. So I'll be heading back to Scotland on the 2nd or 3rd of June. You'll see some Scottish videos coming up, so when I go back to Scotland, the plans are that I'll be doing I've got a box of Scottish and English beers that I've already ordered. Davor very kindly sent me some Slovenian beers, so you'll see a few more of those as well. A huge thank you to Davor for that, of course. There will be a special guest on the channel who is going to provide me with some nice German beers, so the first video back in Scotland will be really cool and you can look forward to that as well. I've also managed, as I promised you a while ago, I wanted to do like a Belgian Trappist beer week where I covered all 7 original Trappist breweries and all different styles that you can get from these guys. I've managed to get 5 of the beers for that so far. There's 2 in particular that I'm struggling with, so you might see that before I head to Japan, but you might see it after. But I can promise you that will appear at some point in the summer. The plan is to head to Japan on the 22nd of June. When I'm in Japan, probably what I'll do is I'll maybe slow the pace of the channel down a little bit, do 3 videos a week, Monday, Wednesday and Friday. I'll do a sake review on the weekend because you know that I love sake. We also have a plan to go to Korea, which I think is the 29th of July until the 6th of August, so I'll be over there for 9 days or so. You will see some Korean beer reviews, of course. When I'm in Japan and Korea, you will get some kind of out and about videos. I'll show you some nice bars, some nice bottle shops and all of this sort of thing. I will be meeting up with Casey and Eric from Sotogami Akihabara again. I think that will be maybe the 10th of June, somewhere around that, so you'll see some collaboration reviews on the channel, and you'll also see me on some of their videos as well. We'll figure that out. So yeah, there's some exciting times ahead. I also have 20 or so reviews from my old computer that died that will appear at some point too, so maybe what I'll do is once the Japanese and Korean beer reviews and stuff like that have finished, I'll put up the reviews that were filmed on my old computer when I managed to recover the hard disk, and you'll see those, and then after that you'll start to see the new reviews that will be filmed probably between Scotland, because I can go home at the weekends and stuff like that when I'm in Durham. You'll see the reviews that are filmed between Durham and Scotland from some time. I guess probably around like October or something like that you'll start to see those. So it's exciting times ahead. It will be, there's a lot of stuff going to happen. The summer's going to be really interesting, and it will be cool to get back to the UK for a little bit and to Scotland, review some more Scottish beers. I do miss the Scottish beers a little bit when I'm over in Sweden. And it will be cool to review some like Cloudwater and Northern Monk and things like that for a year as well. But as I said, Sweden is home to me now. I want to thank all the guys in Sweden and worldwide, all of you guys who support the channel. You know, it's really cool to just kind of do something that I started up as a hobby and see all the kind of positive feedback and everything like that you guys have given me. Thank you very much for all the support that you give the channel. I'm glad that you guys are still enjoying the reviews, and you know, it's been really cool to come to Scandinavia. I love the fact that in Scandinavia the people in the beer scene are so humble. In some places it's not so like that, but in Sweden and Denmark I found people are very, very humble. They just want to get on with making good beer, enjoying good beer, and kind of and making friends with people, and that for me is what it's all about. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to the next year. There will be a lot going on, but I will be returning to Sweden. I'm determined to return to Sweden next August or September, so I just need to hope that the Swedish government doesn't kick me out and things like that. But that's the plan for the channel over the next few weeks and stuff like that, so you can look forward to, as I say, some Japanese reviews, some Korean reviews, some more Scottish and English things, and like I said, I will be back and forth to Sweden over the next, before I actually move back permanently next year. I will be going to Bruskival, of course, in Helsingborg on, I think that's the 28th of August if I'm remembering correctly. So if you are at Bruskival, don't hesitate to come up and say hello. It's always cool to chat to you guys that are watching the videos and stuff like that. It'd be great to kind of get to know you guys too. So yeah, I hope that's kind of kept you up to date. You guys always seem to enjoy the little bloggy posts that I do, but some very exciting times for the channel ahead. Thank you once again for your support, and let's hope the next year goes really smoothly. So I'll catch you guys very soon. Enjoy the next couple of reviews that are coming up, and I hope you enjoy the videos over the summer. Slàinte just now.